With March ending a few weeks ago, I decided to see what it would be like if the NFL held their own March Madness tournament. In today's video, we're going to put players together by division and have them play against each other within their own very tournament. Here we have our playoff bracket. Now, as we can see, here is the teams that will represent their divisions. Ignore the first round of the playoffs. Those games do not matter. But here we have it. The Ravens, the Bills are playing each other in the first game. We have the Chiefs versus the Texans, the Cowboys versus the Buccaneers, and the Lions versus the 49ers. And whichever two teams come out on top from each side of the NFL will play each other for the March Madness Championship, man. So let's go ahead and take a look at these teams that will be competing in our March Madness tournament. Is the AFC West, consisting of Travis Kelce, Pat Surtain, Patrick Mahomes, Max Crosby, Josh Jacobs, Chris Jones, and Keenan Allen. That's just to name the top 10 players on this team, man. This team, my predictions, I'll let y'all know my predictions after we take a look at every single roster, man. But here are the top players on the AFC West team. The second team competing within the tournament is the AFC South. Now, here the top players on this team is Derrick Henry, Tunsil, Josh Allen, the outside linebacker, Foyade Oluokun, D-Hop, and Quentin Nelson, man. With the starting cornerback being Derek Stingley. And we have is the AFC East, consisting of the Bills, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins. Now, this team has Tyreek Hill, Jalen Ramsey, Sauce Gardner, Josh Allen, the quarterback, Quentin Williams, Teron Armstead, and Stefon Diggs, man. They are loaded in the AFC East. Fourth team, which is going to be the last team out of the AFC, we have the AFC North, consisting of the Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers. Now, this team has Lamar Jackson, Myles Garrett, Nick Chubb, TJ Watt, Roquan Smith, Mark Andrews, and Jamar Chase. Now, this team is very, very top heavy, man, but we're going to get into all our predictions and stuff like that afterwards. But let's go ahead and head over to the NFC teams. The fifth team participating in the tournament will be the NFC West, consisting of the 49ers, Seahawks, Cardinals, and Rams. Now, as y'all can see, we got Trent Williams, Aaron Donald, C-Mac, George Kittle, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, Brandon Ayuk. For the sixth team in our tournament, we have the NFC South, consisting of the Panthers, Buccaneers, Saints, and Falcons. Now, this team has Jesse Bates, Tristan Wirfs, Demario Davis, Marshawn Lattimore, Vita Vea, and Chris Lindstrom as their top players. Last team participating in our 8-team tournament is the NFC East. Now, the NFC East is the Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Redskins, well, the Commanders now, but this team has Michael Parsons, A.J. Brown, Saquon, Zach Martin, CeeDee Lamb, DeMarcus Lawrence, Dexter Lawrence, and Lane Johnson. The final team of our NFL March Madness in the NFC North, which have the Bears, Lions, Packers, and Vikings within this. Now, they have Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell, Jair Alexander, T.J. Hockenson, Frank Ragnow, and David Bakhtiari, man. So let's go ahead and hop into the first round of our NFL March Madness. Here we have the first round of our NFL March Madness complete. Now, as y'all can see, the Bills came out with the dub over the Ravens. Chiefs beat the Texans. Cowboys beat the Buccaneers. And the 49ers beat the Lions. Now, to give y'all the divisions, once again, the Bills are in the AFC East. The Chiefs are in the AFC West. Cowboys, NFC East, while the 49ers are in the NFC West, man. So the East and the West have completely taken over our bracket. Now, let's take a look at these stats, see what happened. Now, as y'all can see, the Ravens had more offensive yards in this game, but still came out at the bottom. Now, both teams forced a turnover. It looks like the Bills just played an overall better game, man. The Ravens probably had to punt a lot more times. As y'all can see, Bills did score twice in that second quarter, which they were able to get the advantage in this game. So yeah, so this is what the first game looks like. The AFC East versus the AFC North. Now let's take a look at our the next game in the Chiefs versus the Texans, which is AFC West versus the AFC South. Now, as y'all can see, it looks like the Chiefs just kind of dominated them throughout the whole game, as the Texans tried to make a fourth quarter comeback, scoring 10. But score was 28-16 with the Chiefs having more yards in the pass game and the run game. Um, and no, there was no turnovers in this game, so that wasn't the determining factor of this game, man. Now, I know I said I would get at y'all with my prediction on who was going to win. I got the NFC East coming out on top, so the Dallas Cowboys, I believe they will win. I feel like they got a lot of strong pieces and stuff like that. But let's see what happened in the NFC East game, man. So as y'all can see, they won 28-7. Now in the first half, game was tied up 7-7. Then the Cowboys just kind of took off on them. Now the NFC the NFC South had a terrible performance, as y'all can see, with only 170 offensive yards, while the Cowboys had 373 offensive yards, 137 in the rushing game, and 236 in the passing game, man. But yeah, like I said, the Cowboys are my prediction to win in my bracket, man. But here we have the last game of the first round of our playoffs in March Madness. So as y'all can see, man, 49ers did come out on top by 4 points, having an amazing fourth quarter where they were able to come back from a 4-point deficit, I believe. No, actually they were down 11. Now that I'm looking at it, they were down 11 up until the fourth quarter. 49ers go on to score twice in the fourth quarter and coming out with the dub. As y'all can see, having more rushing yards but less passing yards, and was able to force, the Lions were actually able to force 2 turnovers, but still were unable to win. Oh no, the 49ers, my bad. The 49ers forced 2 turnovers from the Lions, which more than likely is the reason they were able to come out on top within this win, man. But we're gonna go ahead and sim to the next round to see who's gonna come out on top. As predicted, man, we have the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs in our finals, in our NFL March Madness bracket, man. We're going to take a look to see what happened in these games. But like I said, my prediction is the Dallas Cowboys will come out on top in this March Madness of the NFL. And we are going to watch the finals game. But let's take a look at what happened in each of these games. Now, this was a very, very, very close game with the Chiefs only beating the Bills by 8 points. Kind of like how it was in real life, you feel me? But as y'all know, Chiefs represent the AFC West, the Bills represent the AFC East. But as y'all can see, the Bills did have more offensive yards, with more rushing yards and less passing yards, but Chiefs were still able to come out on top. But the Bills and the Chiefs, they both had 1 turnover, so it looks like it just came down to the fourth quarter, man. The Bills were not clutch in the fourth quarter, only scoring 3 points. Meanwhile, the Chiefs scored 21, so a big fourth quarter comeback for the Kansas City Chiefs and the AFC West, man. But let's take a look at what happened in the NFC. So as y'all can see, huge blowout in the NFC with the Cowboys beating the 49ers 34-7, with the Cowboys having 465 yards in the offensive yards. And let's look at the turnovers, man. So as y'all can see, the 49ers were able to force 2 Cowboys turnovers, but weren't able to convert off any of them. Only scored 7 points in the fourth quarter. So the Cowboys just dominated the 49ers throughout the whole entire game. They never even stood a chance from the start of the from start to finish. But we are gonna go ahead and hop into the championship game. Championship game to the NFL March Madness, man. So let's go ahead and sim through this game to see what kind of happens here, man. But as y'all can see, here we have the Cowboys with the ball. Now, it's a very slow start from both teams. As we are approaching halftime, the Dallas Cowboys scored 2 touchdowns and the Chiefs scored 2 touchdowns, with the field goal right before half from the Cowboys, with the Chiefs going down to score a touchdown too, man. But as y'all can see, it's 2 possessions, man. We're going to go ahead and watch this, man. The Chiefs are down 3. They do need to stop here, with it being 2nd and 13, fourth quarter, with them having 1 timeout. Very close game on our hand. As we see, Dak Prescott dropping back to find one of his receivers across the middle of the field. Now we have a 3rd and long, man. The Chiefs need this clutch stop here. They do still have the 2-minute warning to work with. They do allow completion inbounds. But as y'all can see, a knockout from one of the Chiefs DBs, man. We do have a game on our hands now. City Chiefs coming out on offense from the 2-yard line. The Dallas Cowboys punter did do a punt dot, man, but we still have Mahomes as he tries to find his main target in Travis Kelce, but they weren't able to connect, man. That was a horrible drop pass from Travis Kelce, but can we see the Chiefs get in field goal range and win the it's not NCAA, the NFL March Madness tournament, man. But here we have Patrick Mahomes dropping back once again finding his target across the middle of the field, man. Big game, putting them on the 25-yard line with just a minute and 25 to go. Now, they don't have any timeouts. So, eventually, throughout this possession, they're going to have to get out of bounds, man. But as y'all can see, Micah Parsons with the pressure, but Patrick Mahomes finds a way to pick up 4 yards. A minute left on the clock, man. The clock is dripping down very, very fastly. So they're going to have to come out here in the hurry up. Now, he does try to find his target across the middle of the field, but the linebacker from the Cowboys does make a play, man. Now, as y'all can see, our kicker is Harrison Butker, man. Y'all know it's a very talented kicker. And he can get the job done. He just has to get within range, man. So that's what we're looking to do here. Now, can Patrick Mahomes put them within range? He looks for his a receiver across the middle of the field, and he does. Now, the Chiefs are now at the 50-yard line, man, with 30 seconds to go. Now, like I said, they're going to have to get out of bounds here because they don't have any timeouts to waste. Now, he does find Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce makes a big play, put him on the 46-yard line, but that is not enough to get them within field goal range to take this game into overtime, man. Here we probably have our last play of the game. Are they going to be able to do it? He has a wide open receiver, but overthrows him, man. So we are going to see another play here. That was a terrible pass from Patrick Mahomes. We don't see that very often within these videos, man. But we have him with another chance, finding him quick on the outside that may put him in field goal range right there. Amazing decision making from Patrick Mahomes. Can Harrison Butker make this kick to send him into overtime? Now the Cowboys, of course, obviously we gonna ice him. You feel me? Are we gonna put some pressure on him? Is he gonna make this kick, man? Now that is the game deciding decision, man. But let's see, man. Here we have Harrison Butker coming out with the kicking team, man. The special teams. Is he gonna make it, man? From the 40-yard line, boom, there it goes, and he does make it. We do have overtime on our hands. Harrison Butker did end up missing the kick, man. I thought he made it because it hit the net. The angle was kind of weird. But after simming a little bit further, he ended up missing it, which means my prediction in my March Madness bracket was correct, man. But we're gonna look at some of these stats just because it was the, you feel me? It was the championship round. So here we have Mahomes. He did outplay Dak Prescott, in my opinion. Although he had a worse pass completion percentage, he had more yards and one less touchdown. But Saquon Barkley was just a key factor for the Cowboys, having 91 rushing yards on the game, probably creating that separation gap. Now, the top receivers from this game was Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce, and Terry McLaurin, man. But I know it looks like Devontae Adams and Travis Kelce had a super great game. The Dallas Cowboys were still able to come out on top, man. But NFC East being the winners of our NFL March Madness tournament, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, man. It's your boy tgbbean, and I'm out.